She lived next door to him for 11 years and never said a word. Not once. Not even a hello. Every morning, she'd hear the same thing. The slow creak of his front door, the soft tap of a cane, and then silence. The old man never bothered anyone, never had visitors, never made noise. But still she avoided him. Crossed the street when she saw him. Closed her curtains when he sat outside. Ignored the way he always seemed to notice her. And here's the strange part. He noticed everything. The exact time she left for work. The days she didn't come home until late. The nights her lights stayed on until 3 a.m. It was subtle, quiet, but it felt intentional. Like he was watching her. So she kept her distance. Told herself it didn't matter. That he was just a lonely old man with nothing better to do. Until one morning, the door didn't creak open. No cane. No footsteps. Nothing. At first, she didn't think much of it. People leave. People travel. But then, 3 days passed, and the silence started to feel different. Heavy. Like something wasn't right. Then the ambulance came. No sirens. Just flashing lights. Neighbors whispered. Curtains moved. And just like that, he was gone. No family showed up. No one claimed the house. Except for one thing he left behind. Not money. Not property. A letter. With her name on it. And when she finally opened it, her stomach dropped. Because the first line read, I know what you did. And somehow, he was right. But what exactly did he know? And how long had he been watching her? She read that first line 3 times. I know what you did. Her hands went cold. Not shaky, not nervous. Cold. Because there was only one thing it could be about. And no one was supposed to know. Not her co-workers. Not her friends. Not even the police. Especially not the quiet old man next door. She looked up from the letter, half expecting to see him outside again. Sitting in that same chair. Watching. But the porch was empty. The house was dark. So how could he possibly? She forced herself to keep reading. You've spent years pretending it never happened. Her chest tightened. Years. He knew it wasn't recent. He knew it was something buried. Something she had locked away so deeply. She almost convinced herself it wasn't real anymore. Almost. You think no one saw? No one noticed? No one remembers? Her breathing slowed, but not in a good way. Because that night, the night she never spoke about, there was no one around. No witnesses. No cameras. Just her and she stopped. No, don't think about that. Not now. Not after all this time. But the letter didn't stop. I've been watching you since the day you moved in. Her eyes widened. Since the beginning? That meant all those mornings, all those quiet glances, weren't random. They were deliberate, calculated. Like he wasn't just observing her life. He was waiting, waiting for something. Or worse, waiting for her. And then came the line that made her heart slam against her ribs. You should have told the truth when you had the chance. She dropped the letter. Because suddenly, it didn't feel like a message from a dead man. It felt like a warning. But the question wasn't just what he knew. It was, why didn't he say anything while he was alive? She didn't sleep that night. The letter stayed on the table, like it was watching her back. I've been watching you since the day you moved in. That line wouldn't leave her head. Since the day. Not after. Not randomly. From the very beginning. Which meant he was already looking for her. Her chest tightened. This wasn't coincidence. By morning, she couldn't take it anymore. For the first time in 11 years, she walked to his house. Each step felt wrong, like she was crossing into something she was never supposed to see. The door was unlocked. That made her pause. Then slowly she stepped inside. Everything was neat. Too neat. No dust. No mess. Like he had been preparing for something. Or someone. Her eyes scanned the room. And then she froze. Photos. Dozens of them. Pinned to the wall. Her. Walking. Standing. Living. Everyday moments captured from a distance. Her stomach dropped. He hadn't just noticed her. He had documented her. For years. Her pulse quickened as she stepped closer. Until something else caught her eye. Older photos. Different place. Different background. Same her. Her breath stopped. These were from before she moved in. Before she even knew he existed. Which meant he didn't start watching her here. He followed her here. And then she saw it. Hidden behind the photos. Something small. Something familiar. Something from that night. Her hand trembled as she picked it up. Because this wasn't just memory anymore. It was proof. And if he had this, then he knew everything. But the real question is, why didn't he stop her when he had the chance? Her fingers trembled as she held it. Cold, solid, real, not a memory, not a nightmare. The actual thing. The one she told herself was gone forever. Her breath became shallow, because now there was no more pretending. That night wasn't buried. It had been preserved. By him. Slowly, she turned it over in her hand. And that's when she noticed something else. A small piece of tape. Folded. Attached. Her heart pounded as she peeled it back. Inside, a note. Short. Careful handwriting. You dropped this. She froze. Dropped it? That meant he was there. That night. He wasn't just watching her live from a distance. He was there. Close enough to see. Close enough to pick this up. Close enough to know exactly what happened. Her knees felt weak. Because now everything changed. This wasn't some quiet neighbor observing from afar. He was a witness. A silent one. Years passed, and he said nothing. No police. No confrontation. No warning. Just watching. Waiting. But why? Her eyes darted around the room again, searching for answers. That's when she saw another envelope. Different from the first. Thicker. Heavier. Placed neatly on the table. Like it was meant to be found last. She hesitated. Because something told her. This one would be worse. But she opened it anyway. Inside, documents. Printed. Organized. Dates. Times. Locations. Her movements. Her patterns. Everything. And on the very last page, one sentence circled in red ink. You're not the only one who remembers. Her heart stopped. Because that meant there was someone else. Someone who saw. Someone who knew. And if he wasn't the only witness, then why was he the only one who stayed silent? Or worse, what if he wasn't silent at all? Her hand shook as she flipped the last page. You're not the only one who remembers. The room felt smaller, tighter, because this wasn't over. Not even close. If someone else knew, then why hadn't they come forward? Why wait all these years? Unless they were waiting too. Her mind raced back to that night. The sound, the silence after. The moment she walked away, thinking it was over. But it wasn't. It had never been over. Suddenly, a sound. Behind her. A soft creak. She turned fast, heart slamming. But the room was empty. Still something fell off. Like she wasn't alone. Like she had never been alone. Her eyes drifted back to the papers. Dates. Times. And then she noticed something she missed before. The last entry. It wasn't old. It wasn't from years ago. It was from yesterday. Her breath caught. That was impossible. He was dead. She saw them take him away. So who wrote that? Slowly, she looked toward the window. The same angle the photos were taken from. The same quiet street. And then, she saw it. A figure, standing across the road. Watching. Not moving. Just like he used to. Her stomach dropped. Because in that moment, she understood everything. He was never working alone. He was never the only one watching. And whatever she thought she got away with was still being watched, still being remembered, still being recorded. The letter wasn't closure. It was a handoff, a warning. And now, it wasn't about what she did anymore. It was about what happens next. Because somewhere out there, someone else knows her secret. And this time, they might not stay silent. So the real question is, if they're watching her now, what are they waiting for?